So today I will be styling this dwarf pomegranate. I need to start building a structure so I will have a beautiful bonsai. Dwarf pomegranates are pretty not tricky, but they grow very straight branches. So I'm gonna put some wires on it. Nothing too bendy, too fancy, because the natural way in which this plant grows is pretty straight. This makes a beautiful naturalistic style of a bonsai, and I don't want to go against that. But I will need to make some changes to further ensure this tree will look very nice. And I will start at the bottom there. The first thing that I noticed right away is I've got 1 and 2 and 3 branches that kind of grow from the same spot there, and I don't like that. So I need to decide if I want to keep one of them or 2 of them. And I'm starting with this one. This is the thickest one, but here I've got another branch growing like this. So I want to keep this one. It's better and it will give us a better composition. So I've got these 2 left here, and I now have to decide if I want to keep both of them or only just one. First of all, let's get rid of this one here. So here I go. That's already looking better. The branch is very long. But already the tree is kind of looking better. So now I've got these 2 branches left here. I'm just thinking they are growing kind of from the same spot. So I'm gonna prune this branch from the back also. And the tree is starting to look like a tree. Again, here I have 2 branches that kind of grow very close to one another, and I will get rid of one of them, and I will get rid of the one that's more upwards and keep the one that's closest to the base of the trunk. You always need to think about that, and because branches that grow close to the base of the trunk are extremely important. Always keep, even if you are going to prune them later on, keep the lower branches. It will give you taper and it will ensure a better trunk. So what I want to do now is wire this branch a little bit, because from its weight it's just pulling down, and I want to wire it a little bit. I didn't make you go through my wiring because this tree has a lot of buds and a lot of leaves close to one another, and it kind of takes time, but very classic wiring. I run the base of the wire through the pot because I am only wiring 1 branch. These are way too thin and too young to be wired. Here I go with the styling, with the bending of the wires. So which way am I going? Because this is growing like this in front, and I want to pull this towards the back first. Always remember when you're shaping with wires that the tree is 3-dimensional, so you have to go on all 3 dimensions to build something very good. So you have to go up, down, backwards, forwards, okay, with your wires. So I'm gonna go kind of something like this and up again. Always I'm thinking that this will not be, okay, my final design, and further on I will be changing things, but you have to give it an initial shape so you can have like a direction to work further on from. And I will be, I think, I will be pruning it just on the tips a little bit. I don't want to prune it too heavily, but just want to prune the tree a little bit, and a little bit from the top. I got this little thing here. So when I'm pruning, I'm always looking for two-way ramifications. This is not an alternating budding tree, okay? This grows its branches like this from the same spot. This is very good when you're building structure, when you're building ramification in means of branching. When you're building branches, secondary, tertiary branching, this kind of tree is very good. When you're building ramifications, it's pretty tricky, but for now I love that it grows like this, and I know this tree will push back very hard, because that's what this tree does. It grows very fast and very strong. I'm gonna prune it pretty heavily on the tip to remove this apex dominance. The trees always want this doesn't know it's a bonsai, it's in a bonsai pot. The trees always want to grow big. So by doing this, you see, I'm not pruning these two, okay? Maybe this one a little bit, because it's closer to the top and it grows bigger. And what that means is that this will thicken up faster. It already is thicker than this one that's closer to the base, and it needs to be the other way around. So I'm gonna temperate this growth, okay, and let this one that's closer to the base of the trunk, I'm not gonna prune this one, and I'm gonna let it grow big, so it can thicken up more than the one that's upwards. Can take some of these sucker leaves down to ensure that the light falls on my lower branches. So this is my final result. Of course, I think I'm gonna need to prune it way down here, because the apex it's just too big, and I'm thinking if I want to do that now or leave it a little bit longer. I think I can do that now. It's almost August, and yeah, I'm thinking of doing that. It will be pretty ugly, but I don't know, I'm thinking, because this split into two, it's just way up here, and I want it way down here so I can compact the tree. But I don't know what to say. I'm just thinking about that. You can't always make decisions right on the spot. Of course, the tree will grow on its own, no matter what I do to it. But you always have to correlate pruning with the season, the health of the tree, and again, I have a little nasty scar here. This is where I pruned the trunk lower, and I need for this to close up, and that's why for now I'm gonna leave this branch, this apex, grow taller, because it needs to thicken up. I already have two buds here, already have a little branch here. I'm gonna have another one there, and I'm gonna reduce it to here, but I need this to heal over nicely. So I need this part of the tree to thicken up in order for this to heal over. So that's why right now I'm going to let this grow on its own freely. So this is my cute little pomegranate. It will make a very nice bonsai if I know how to manage the growth, the pruning, the wiring, the repotting, okay? But it makes some beautiful flowers. I'm just waiting for it to make flowers, because it kind of gets into the season of flowering right now, and I cannot wait. I will share the flowers with you.